Pause, I'm a little bit late. Oopsie. There we go. Apologies, I was writing in my notepad and didn't realise that it was 2 minutes past when I'm supposed to be here. I was writing in my notepad. Okay, sound is good. Let me get me sharp. Let me clean this up first as well. OBS is a mess. You go there, you go there, you come here. Actually, you can go away. Yeah, I was writing on my notepad like exactly what I'm looking for on the CVD. Just to keep, I've made like a simple like you're looking for this, and that's the only thing I care about to Why am I going into that? To basically stop me just like staring at the delta constantly. I need to just like look at it when I'm about to enter, and then that's it really. No need to look at it for anything else. I feel like if I just end up staring at delta too often, it's probably going to mess me up more than help me, since it only really applies like quite literally at the moment of my entry. Anyway, welcome boys. We had a crazy drop off the previous day's value area high. There we go, got that all set up now. Yeah, crazy drop off the previous day's value area high in the overnight session just after London. Just dropped off the previous day's value area high and dumped straight into the previous day's point of control, which was insane, really. Is that overnight value area high? It's slightly in the wrong place. There we go. We have 10 AM news as well, so not really. I mean, there's not really many stacked levels here. Like there is these, but we'll see, I guess. We did defend previous day's point of control. We faded off of overnight value area low initially, give a little fade. And then there was actually a delta divergence down here. But I wasn't so sure how valid it was, since this is the pre-market and this is the open, so they're kind of two different auctions. Like a lot more participation will have been in this low than this one, so yeah, probably not the most valid delta divergence. But it was basically showing that there was a lot of sellers. It wasn't even that much of a divergence, to be honest, but it was showing that lots of sellers, there was lots of aggressive sellers here. Which obviously got absorbed by buyers since price didn't break that low. Where are we in relation to? So we have previous day point of control here, overnight point of control here, and then current session is probably going to be like in the middle, really, isn't it? Yeah. Morning, Andre. Morning, morning, morning. So point of control has literally bounced up and then come back down. And we'll see if we defend this overnight point of control here now, these two stacked levels of previous day's value area high and overnight point of control. The delta do be looking strong, so I would guess that we break through this level. I probably would do not mind a fade of like somewhere in this area. Or to be honest, maybe this is like the extreme of the day, but then I'll catch like a, because unless we develop volume up there first, I'm probably not going to be able to take anything. I'll take it if I see, because it is kind of two stack levels, they're like 2 points apart. So if I see delta looking like the buyers are, I don't know what the right phrase would be, exhausting. The type of divergence that I'm looking for solely now are called exhaustion divergences, since they're going to be the most common ones that suit my specific like entry. And yeah, I basically want to see price make new extremes, so like make a new higher high and a new lower low if I'm trying to long, higher high for shorts. obviously into a level, because I want to see it like come down, make a high maybe, and then make a higher high into my level, and that's my entry. And then that exact same time, I want to see Delta fail to make this new high, so Delta would do something like that. And it doesn't have to, this is the other thing as well, it doesn't have to not break that high, it just has to not break that high at the same time as price at the moment of my entry. It could do this at the moment of my entry, and then like 30 seconds after my entry do that. Still absolutely fine, because at the moment I entered the trade, the divergence was there. Obviously it's better if it does hold, because it's more confident, it's a more confident wasn't really the right word, but a more distinctive divergence. I don't know. A more, what's the right word I'm looking for here? A more confirmed divergence maybe is the right word. But it doesn't really matter. It's better for me if the divergence holds, but it doesn't have to at all. The main focus is the moment of my entry. That's like the main thing that I care about. Whatever it does before or after, it doesn't matter so much really. And even because obviously I'm limit entering in, I'm not marketing in. That is a kind of a different way you could do this, is basically like the exact same strategy, just instead of limit ordering in, market enter in, and that way you could filter by using the CVD. So if the CVD is like showing you that price is exhausting or being exhausted with the delta at the moment of it taps my level where my limit order would have been, then I mark it in. But obviously I can't really mark it in with Top Step X, and I don't really like marketing in either, just because obviously it will cause some slippage many times, which could fuck me over a little bit in my entries. So better thing to do is basically just limit order in as normal, and then if I see the delta backing my setup, then I can, I guess, just be more confident in it. But it's not really gonna change a whole lot about how I trade. Just simply like a little nice extra confluence when I first get into it. Put some lip balm on my lips right before streaming, and I put way too much on. It's like really uncomfortable on my lips. I've got very chapped lips in the winter, always. Is it even winter yet? I think it's still technically autumn. I don't think winter starts until... When does winter start? Is it the 22nd? 22nd of December is the winter solstice. Did I turn the music down? I did, but I can turn it down a little bit more. The winter solstice is the 22nd of December, right? Winter solstice 2025. 21st. But is that the official start date of winter? When does winter start? Oh no, it is winter. Starts on December 1st in the UK. I thought the winter solstice was like the start of winter for some reason. It's not, it's just the winter solstice is the shortest day of the year. What is it? The winter solstice is the shortest day of the year. The summer solstice is the longest, and then you have the spring and autumn equinoxes, where the days are like basically the exact same length of like day and night. What is it? I think the autumn equinox is like when the days start getting shorter than they are long, and then the reverse for the spring equinox. There you go. The more you learn a lot on this channel. It's not just like stupid brain rot trading and overstimulated, overcaffeinated waffle. Although that's probably like the majority of what it is. Morning, Mr. Starscream. Can you tell me how you can see the delta in Tradeovate? I have a 25k Lucid account now. I'm not sure how to do the delta thing. Yeah, sure. I'll have to like kind of talk you through it. I can't get my Tradeovate up on screen. Oh, you know what? I probably can. Give me a second here. I'm not going to be rushing into any trades, so let me just change this to Tradeovate. Okay, so okay, so here's Tradeovate. This is the delta down here. How I get it is I just go onto indicators up here at the top, volume-based indicators, and then cumulative delta. It's that one there. If you click on that, and then it'll pop onto your chart. You see the equity of this account? That's because of that accidentally entering on the minis yesterday. Literally like so close to blowing it because I took a fat L yesterday thinking that I was trading the micros when I was on the minis. Yeah, and then you should have the order flow plus thing enabled. See if I can just undo this all the way to top step X. Yeah, oh nice. So yeah, that's where you find it. Yeah, $700. Yeah, not great. Oh well. It's not like I need that account. I'm not like trying to pass it. It was never an account that I intended to pass. It was just if I do pass it, then that's just like proof that volume profile is great. But it was more for learning the volume profile, and now turns out useful because I can get the delta on it thanks to Lucid. Happened a few times to me too. Yeah. If anyone tells you that they've never entered on the mini when they were meaning to enter on the micro, they're lying to your face. I can't think of anyone that hasn't done that. I don't mind a fade of this level here, to be honest. If we can break below this node that we're forming here, I don't mind a fade from the OPOC. What's the average true range? Yeah, small day again. Small range day again, so maybe we do the 3.5. Never mind, we broke the level. In that case, along here isn't terrible. That's a very, very aggressive pump out of nowhere. Holy moly. Average to range is like 3. We'll stick to our 5. Or do we stick to our 5? I don't mind a 3.75 actually here. That's why I got the Lucid account. Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah, use my code. Okay, so let's see if we can build some volume up here. I'm going to throw a limit order in here just in case it comes back down. 63. Limit buy. And then 59.25. Stop sell. I'm going to throw that there just in case it does want to come down and tag us, because that's a perfectly good trade. And if it wants to build up some volume here, that's not going to mess up my trade, even if it builds volume up here and then fails, because I'll be targeting the area before that volume node gets hit. I'm not like targeting the other end of it. Good morning, Mr. Dompy. There was some 10 AM news, indeed there was. Okay, possibly getting filled. Possibly. What's my TP need to be? 6675. Getting ready to drag that limit buy up there. Well, not the limit buy, getting ready to drag my TP up there. Very, very solid trade, in my opinion. Delta's also looking strong, but it's not really telling me a whole lot. It's not the type. This isn't really the type of setup where Delta is going to tell me much. At least not in the way that I was explaining before, which is going to be like the main way that I'm going to use it going forward. How far off us was that? 2 ticks. Got 2 ticks off us. 1 tick off of us. Come on, there we go, filled. What's this need to be? 6375? 6675. And then our break-even point is 62.25. Ooh. Delta is actually ripping lower here, which isn't good. I didn't really pay attention to Delta for this trade. Maybe I should have. We'll see. Overnight point of control has held us at least for a little. See if we follow through. And we also have current session value area high there, which is great. Point of control just flipped. I tried to. That was a pretty nice nice thing that can happen for us, really. Point of control to flip. Look at those equal highs on ES on the 1 hour. Ooh. Interesting. There's point of control flipping again. That is a bullish sign, but only if we hold above it. Might take the first loss on the XFAs here. It's been ooh. Woo, still alive. What was that, a tick off? Tick off, yeah. Yeah, this will most likely be the first loss on the XFA. So after this, I can get one more trade on this account, but like risk is dialed back for the next trade. Yeah, took us out. What was that? A $155 loss with fees. Okay, so that was trade number 1. Nothing wrong with that trade, really. Would take it again. Obviously, the only thing that could have warned me was Delta really did aggressively break there to the downside. It's a shame I can't record my Tradeovate screen at the same time, because I would love to go back and like watch what Delta did. But let's just quickly change my template on this to a $50 risk, because that's Jesus. That's what we're gonna have to do on the next trade. And then basically this next trade is like to recover the account a little bit, or to take a max loss day. But either way, I'll be switching onto the next account tomorrow, such as my rules. Still on that trade, yeah. I mean, I probably did have a stop a bit too tight, to be honest, but I mean, even if I had a 5, I would have got very close to stopped. I feel like going for that smaller stop loss probably isn't the smartest thing to do. I should probably just go for a 5, like, minimum. Just because I use the whole like sandbag behind the high volume node approach, so if I have that, I don't really mind having a smaller stop loss, especially on a day like today. It's not a big range, or not a big average true range day. But yeah, maybe 5 points was the move. My entry was there. I don't know why I have it like that. So really I should be flat on this week, because of that tricky break even yesterday, that really annoying break even. But I think I had, on this account, I've had one win. 1 win, 2 break evens, because one of the other wins I had was on a different account. 1 win, 2 break evens, 1 loss. But one of those break evens should have been a win. One of them was a genuine break even, but one of them could have definitely been a win. So in an ideal world, this account I would be 2 wins, 1 break even, 1 loss. And then, well, we'll see if it's a max loss day, if I take another loss, or if I am able to crawl back a little bit of drawdown. Kind of just consolidating around the new point of control now, which is normal. I was going to say if I did like 1.5, that would have been 4.5 points. I think that would have just got me. Yeah, that still would have just got me. So really it was like 5 or stopped. Delta is still trying to go lower here. It's not made this high, so buyers are exhausting here. Kind of makes me want to sell it, but I won't because it's on 2 point of controls. A sell from up here wouldn't actually be terrible. This was taught by Cami like recently. Not as clean, but basically just like fading either end of the point of controls, like the node that makes point of control, fading either end of it. Fading one of the ends of that node, like the edge of the node of point of control, if it lines up with a value level. So like here you have current session value area high, which isn't really much to go off. But previous days value area high, if that was just a little bit higher, then that'd basically be exactly what we're talking about there. And like I say, Delta is exhausting here and trying to break lower, so if I had to bet, I would say that this is definitely going down. So my trade, well, it's just like a genuine losing trade, no matter really the size, which honestly will make me feel better. I did just say that and not realize that Andre is still in this trade. No, I don't use the Dom Andre. Never really appealed to me. I did mess around with it a tiny bit. Like over a year ago. That was when I did actually mess around with volume profile a little bit, like a year ago. But I didn't fully make the switch, and it's because I didn't really understand it, and the system that Cami was kind of showing on his YouTube channel then wasn't as good as it is now. Out and break even? Okay, better than me then. But yeah, I did use the Dom. My two bread and butter things is going to be Delta and volume profile. Cami uses it. He does, but I mean, he'll use it anyway just to enter trades. Like, he's just more comfortable and more used to entering trades on the Dom. He doesn't always read it from what I know. Like, if he has the data, like if the data's working, then he will read it, because he's going to read it anyway just by having it there. But he mainly uses it just because like he's used to using it. Like, entering for him on the Dom is more second nature than entering on the charts, because he put so much time in with the Dom. Yeah, I don't believe he always has, like when he's trading on stream. I don't know how it looks when he's trading with his personal funds, but when he's trading on stream with like his take profit accounts, he doesn't actually have the data for like level 2, so he's not like reading the order book. He's just using the Dom to literally just to enter trades. It doesn't really offer him any sort of statistical like edge or benefit. He's literally just using it to enter trades. Yeah, there can be spoofing, it's called, because basically the Dom is just showing you, it's showing you market executions, but it's also showing you where everyone's limit orders are. So obviously, if there's like some big players that have a lot of size that's waiting to be put into the market, you can kind of like what you can see that, and you can use it to your benefit, the knowledge of them there. But yeah, spoofing is where, what's spoofing again? Spoofing's where they put an entry in and then right at the last moment they cancel it. Obviously, like, throws everyone's analysis off. So then they can basically, because price is going to want to come and fill those orders when it sees them. So if they just want to bring price lower, they'll kind of like almost put their orders in on the DOM. Price gets down to it, they cancel it and just put it a little bit lower. Price comes lower, they cancel it, put it a little bit lower. From my understanding, that's like how spoofing works and what it is. Yeah, they make me exactly, yeah. And then there's other things like iceberg orders that you can see on the DOM, where it's like one order and it looks like a small order, but every time it's getting filled, because you can see like the contracts right on the DOM, you can see there's like 10 contracts here, 20 there, 30 there. And an iceberg order is basically just showing you like real-time absorption of buyers or sellers. It's like, say price comes down to 10 buy orders in the DOM, and you can see some of those orders, you can see the orders getting executed in the DOM. So then absorption, or an iceberg order is what it's referred to in the DOM world, where like maybe 5 of those 10 limit orders all get filled, and then another 5 immediately replace it, and it just keeps doing that. It keeps getting filled and then replaced, and that's basically just like someone's got a lot of orders, but they're only entering with like 5 at a time or 10 at a time, and so every time they get filled, they get replaced. So yeah, real-time absorption is another thing you can see with the DOM. I just don't know how Cami does. Like, I could not physically stare at numbers just ticking up and down like all day like that. Oof. Similar sort of reason as to why I don't really click with footprint charts. Yeah, when you start reading the DOM, that's when you get into a lot more of like the order flowy sort of stuff. I mean, all of this is order flow, really. I think volume profile is kind of like a separate thing. It's not so much order flow. Kind of is. But like pure order flow is reading the DOM, really, I guess. Like, you are literally looking at the market. All the orders that are waiting to be filled, all the orders that are getting filled. It's like watching the Matrix, you know, when they're watching all the ones and zeros on the screens. God, I'm glad I got out this trade. It'd be very infuriating to still be in it. So if price fails off this POC here, that will be interesting. Then I can honestly take an overnight value area low break and retest. Don't really want to take an overnight value area low fade. Not with the delta looking the way it is. Do I go for something as crazy as that? I'm also not so sure this POC is the exact, because like look, when it shifted, it didn't shift during a trending market, it shifted during balance. So that whole, from my understanding then, that kind of voids the whole like, oh, we failed, therefore bearish. since we failed off of balance, not off of trend. Or we failed off of a balanced, shifted POC, if that makes sense, rather than a POC that shifted due to a trend. I'm tempted to take this long, honestly, and just be like, done for the day on this account. And then I'll probably honestly switch over to another account, maybe. I don't know. What does it mean when delta is like minus 300 now? The actual number I don't pay attention to. That just means obviously that the aggressive sellers are like quote unquote in control. But from my understanding, that number needs to reset every day to like 0 when the market opens at 9:30. And I don't know about yours, but mine doesn't on TradeAbate. I'm not sure why, whether it's like a glitch or something, but mine definitely doesn't. Like at the open, mine was like minus 1600. And yeah, the actual number, I believe you would use more so for like a daily bias sort of thing, like who's in control on the day. I pay no attention to it. I'm literally just looking for pure divergences with the actual recent structural divergences with the delta compared to price. So like a very close proximity lows or highs, like these highs. Like here, there's an example here actually. You can see the delta, Andre. You see how on the delta we have this 1009 high and this 1012 high. So price managed to make a new high there. Price broke this high, even though just a bit, it broke this high. There, and delta, you can see delta didn't break that high. That shows us exhaustion in buyers. So price broke it, but the CVD didn't, showing that buyers were getting exhausted since they weren't backing that move, which is then why we didn't get much continuation and then failed eventually. That's the main divergence that I'm looking for the volume profile. I'm looking for, like, say we have this overnight value area low. If I'm looking for a buy into this overnight value area low, I would want to see like us make a low here, maybe come up, make another little high, and then make a low into the overnight value area low. And at that moment there, I want to see delta not make that low. I want to see delta do something like that at the moment of my entry, and that will make me more confident in the trade. Not sure how to reset my CVD. Yeah, I don't know how to reset it either, but it doesn't matter. If you're looking for pure divergences, the number is irrelevant. That's like the good thing about the fact that it doesn't reset, is you don't really need it to. If you use it the way that I'm using it anyway. If you were using it more as like to tell you who's in control of the day, then obviously you would. Okay, that looks pretty aggressive. There's also not much of a node here, but there is a drop off. I'm gonna throw my orders in there, to be honest. If I can fucking get there in time. Where am I at? 524. I say that delta is really aggressively backing that, so I'm gonna pass out actually. That's like another way that you can use delta, is I can use it to filter trades, but I have to kind of be quick if I'm doing that, because like right now we can see that this most recent low, this 1021 low, and then the low we currently have, delta is backing that. It's confirming this structure quite aggressively. Therefore, a long from here is a little less probable. Whereas if this low hadn't been broken on the delta yet, I would absolutely be limiting in here. Obviously it wouldn't have got filled, but that's the kind of idea. I don't want to see delta back price. I don't want to see it confirm it. If I see delta confirming it, especially aggressively, that kind of tells me get the fuck out. If you can. If I can get out in time. If I see that and I can cancel my limit in time, I will. Because that tells me that potentially price is just going to steamroll this level, because we've got so much aggression behind it. Think of it as like delta is kind of telling you like the horsepower of a move, if you want to think about it like that. If delta's a car, well, not so much the horsepower, maybe like the speed, acceleration sort of thing, but same analogy really. If delta is strongly confirming price, the moves that price is making, then we know that we probably shouldn't stand in front of it. Like if a car's going really fast, you don't stand in front of the car, you step to the side. Otherwise you get flattened. It's like right now, price just poked above that high that we just made, but delta's soaring through it. So a fade from overnight point of control there, probably not in your best interest, because you're standing in front of a very aggressively speeding car. But again, obviously, if you want to trade purely volume profile, then maybe sometimes delta is going to tell you that you shouldn't stand in front of that car, but it actually would have played out, and that's the sacrifice you make. You have to trust that you're going to filter out more bad trades than you're going to miss out on good ones. I really need to sneeze. Yeah, as you can see, price broke through that level there, which delta kind of hinted to us that it would. I did wicket. Still kind of holding previous day's value very high, to be fair. I guess all these aggressive buyers are getting absorbed. That is the thing, that if delta does shoot through a level, and price also shoots through it, but or what is it? Yeah, if delta precedes price, like say delta broke above this high but price didn't, that actually can indicate absorption, which is also like a reversal. But from my understanding, absorption is a little less likely to hold. Well, like, think about it in the sense of, like, if there's a lot of aggressive buyers behind a move, but they're getting absorbed, that is potentially a reversal sign, but not as strong a reversal sign as buyers just not being interested in the move at all. So if price confirms like a break of a high, and delta doesn't, that's more confident of a reversal indicator, because that is literally telling you that there is no aggressive buyers behind this move right now. Whereas if delta shoots up first, that's telling you aggressive buyers are in part of the move, they're behind it. And then if price, so most likely price is going to break through that point because there's a lot of aggressive buyers there. If it doesn't, if price stalls and doesn't like confirm what delta is showing, then that is absorption. But you don't know when that absorption is going to give way, if it is. Obviously, we could come up to that level, buyers get absorbed, all these aggressive buyers get absorbed, and we reverse, but all these aggressive buyers could break through the absorption, and then we break through the level. So it's a bit more of a coin toss when you're talking about absorption, whereas exhaustion is a little bit more of a sure thing, because, like we said before, there's still participation in the move if it's absorption, whereas exhaustion shows you there's no interest in the move. So that's why that's the ideal divergence that we want to look for our value level plays. Because that did confuse me a little bit when I first was looking into the delta. I was like, surely I want to see just some sort of a divergence, and then that's fine, that's confirming a reversal, but it's not. It kind of is, but what type of divergence does actually matter? You want to see, ideally, for us, for like volume profilers that are like trying to fade a level, we really, we would prefer, at least in the exact way that I am, where I'm literally like limit ordering on a level. I want to see more of an exhaustion divergence really than absorption. How many times is this guy going to say exhaustion and absorption? You can't. I bet some of you people can't even like understand which one I'm saying because of my fucking accent. See, this is interesting because if we do break this low, delta is way off breaking this low, even though it's only like 8 minutes apart. So I'm going to take this fade at the minute. I'm going to throw my limit order in there because it seems like we're getting exactly what I want. How many? I want 3 on this, don't I? 525, 52. Price is definitely going to break this low before delta, most likely. Hopefully it does. And we also have current session value area low, overnight value area low, and like a pretty nice drop off in volume. So I can hopefully fade that. But if delta catches up with price, then I'll cancel it. But right now it's looking good. If we can break the low, obviously. We've not broken the low yet. I also don't really care if it's failing off this POC, since this POC shifted up here because of balance. It shifted up here because we've literally just spent loads of time here. It's not like it shifted up during... It didn't shift up during any of this. It didn't shift up during the trend up. It shifted when we were like over here. So it actually shifted because of all this consolidation and this consolidation. Therefore, it doesn't have much of a as much of a what's the word I'm looking for? Directional impact. You know what I want? I want like in the future, some like if I have like way more people watching my streams, I want someone to clip together just like a funny fan edit of like moments where Brad was thinking of the word that he was he was trying to get. So we have a big delta divergence here if we break this low in favor of Malong. Getting ready to drag this up to 58.5 if it gets filled. Ugh. Come on. Fill me. Fill me. Ugh. God, you bore me, Price. How's everyone else doing? We had a profitable mornings. Let me do a poll, actually. We'll do just today, not on the week. Up 465, nice. Hell yeah. Okay, I'm actually thinking maybe I shouldn't be referring to that low. The longer away we get from it, like we're 13 minutes away from this low. So really I might actually want to refer to one even closer, like that one. Oh, you trade London too? Yeah, that makes sense then. God, it's really just not wanting to do anything here, is it? God, it's windy and rainy in this part of England right now. I almost got blown away when I was walking to the gym earlier. Building up for something? Let's hope. Let's hope it's building up for something. I'm going to cancel my limit, just like have it waiting to go back in. I'll keep the stop there just because that'll just help me when I'm limiting in. And like if the stop's going to get filled, that's because it's like going to just drop off a cliff, in which case then maybe I'll get like some crazy momentum play. Imagine Trump tweets. He hasn't tweeted for a while. Imagine he just tweets and tanks the market and I just get filled on that stop order and it shoots into profit. Let a man dream. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Bit of Armstrong, never hurt nobody. Okay, may as well cancel that stop order now because, yeah. Back in the rotation. Or back in the consolidation, I should say. I still like that one if we can get down there and delta looks good. But... Is NQ doing anything more fun? No, I just lost all my screens. There you go. Oh, it actually is. It's trending up. Ignore these value levels; they're well out of date. So that isn't like as clean as a previous day value area low fade as it looks. Them levels are from. Jesus, what are those levels from? Yeah, look at that. Them levels are from God knows when. I wonder if there was any clean volume profile on this. Let's do a quick quick overnight levels. God, the like sheer amount of like levels on NQ just makes the volume profile like so different. Oh, itchy nose. Where's command? There we go. So that's oval. Opoc. And ova. Oh. And then previous day levels. Come on, give me 930. Fucking hate when I hate when it's like I'm trying to mark something up and it just won't give me the exact time I'm looking for. It'll like bounce 929 to 931. Just takes the piss, really, doesn't it? Oh shit, ES is moving. Hang about. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Okay, no, Delta's really behind that. I'm not gonna fuck around and find out with that one. There is a divergence between these lows from like 1027, but they're like 20 minutes apart. I don't really know if I want to compare those ones. We'll see. We'll just kind of tape read this, I guess. Because like Delta really shot up like here, and then didn't really ever recover. But there is an exhaustion divergence there. I'm just not sure how valid it is given how far the lows are apart. There's a delta. Let me get like a ray drawing tool. There's a divergence here. at least right now. But I feel like they might have been too far apart. We'll see. This is probably going to hit TP now, isn't it? Break even would have been 525. And like it so aggressively broke the delta low, which was here. So it smashed through this low, the delta did, but didn't get below this low. So I'm not really, I'm not certain on that one how I should read that, but looks like it was potentially a valid delta divergence. That's a break even. See if it would have got stopped to break even. Yeah, no, TP. Would have been TP. Ah, shit. Interesting. Let me take a photo of that delta, like, right now. I should probably start doing that just so I can have, like, some sort of inkling as to what the delta looked like, so I can start building up some sort of a, diary, some, you know. Top hit, thanks for that, I took it. Oh, you fucking cheeky bastard, Andre. Took the trade when I didn't. I was unsure about this the delta read, because I wasn't sure. Obviously the divergence is there, it was just a time element to it. Yeah, I removed my order when it moved away from it. I mean, yeah. Solid read, I guess. Solid read. Price was at 50% of the previous hour candle. Often see, yeah, I know a lot of people do use the 50% of the previous hour thing, and like previous day or stuff like that. I'm still not sure about that CVD read. I do think that my whole point of how far apart these two lows were is a little, like, regardless of how well the trade panned out, this was still like, it's only 20 minutes apart really, actually, so. No, he doesn't use it, but I think he does know how to use it. But no, I don't believe he has experience with it, but I don't believe he ever he doesn't currently use it. But I am waiting for his order flow module in the school community, because I assume he'll talk about Delta in there. But yeah, you're right, he hasn't talked about it in videos. We have exhaustion at these highs now. Delta hasn't confirmed that high. You know what? I'm actually going to take a stab at this, if I can, quickly. With 5. I was a bit off on that entry, actually. I thought I could catch that in time, but I think I missed it. My entry ended up being like that. It was very small little. I saw previous day's value area high, current session value area high, big drop off in this volume, and exhaustion on the delta. So the setup is great, but I just mistimed that a little bit. I want to be in a little bit higher. See if it works out. This will be the last trade of the day, win or lose. Like I said, we have some solid exhaustion on the Delta. These highs are not lining up. Not confirmed. And then, like I said, all the other stuff. So we'll see. It's also a pretty tight stop, so there is that as well. Probably should have gone for like a. I could buy a contract back at my entry, actually. I'm gonna buy a contract back, like if it can come like a tick in to profit. So then I can widen my stop by 2 more ticks. Come on. Oh, it's going to get me in it. Come on, just get down there so I can widen that stop. Ah, tough. Tough, tough, tough. Yeah, I would have wanted that entry to actually be more like this. Really. But everything was there. Let's see if that would have played out. That's obviously as well, like not as much of a... Let's go for like that. Ooh. It's still there, like everything is actually still there. Obviously it's gone beyond these price levels now, so... Yeah, that would have got stopped anyway. Okay, no worries. Yeah, I wasn't mad at that setup. That was very solid. When I saw this drop in volume, current session value rate high, previous day's value rate high, and these highs still not being like even this, it's still exhausting. Prices or Delta isn't behind any of these pushes. So honestly, maybe even a fade from overnight value rate high, but that's not as clean in my opinion. That was a short from... Let's just do the short as if it was like the right sizing, like 2.5. 2.5, because it lost either way, and that was the sizing that I intended. Oh, tough day, max loss day. Well, I was down maybe like what, $203 on the day. So, balls, my fucking monitors just froze. Fix them. Yeah. Tough day. Only saw 2 trades for me, a long, which 935 short, that I just watched. 2 not. Yeah, tough day for sure. 2 losses from me. First trade, absolutely solid, would take again. Second trade, honestly, just as solid, would take again. Nothing more I can do really there. That was a genuine 2L day. So yeah, I'll be back again tomorrow, I guess, on a fresh account, because since that is a losing day, that means I am now cycling to the next account out of my 5. And then basically my whole account cycling strategy is that I trade an account and I keep trading it until I have a losing day. So if I keep having winning days, then brilliant. I just push that account and that will help me speed that account towards a payout. And if I have a red day, then that's literally stops the bleeding in its tracks from the get-go. So that's how I'm approaching my account cycling. And it's just 1 account like every day, 2 trades a day and done, max. So yeah, we'll move on to the next account tomorrow. And yeah, that's been all from me, boys. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Appreciate you boys hanging out. Andre, you owe me money. Yeah, shame about that initial long as well. Could have definitely caught that initial long. Shame. Reading into the delta too much there, really. Definitely reading into the delta a little bit too much. It's just because it's because I was unsure. But I think that exhaustion divergence that I outlined was in fact valid. So, yeah. Had I have more experience with the Delta and seen that same setup, I probably would have taken it, and then I would have been still down on the day, but not as down. Probably like half as much down on the day. But yeah, that's all from me, boys. I shall leave it there. I will catch you boys tomorrow, exact same time, 9:45 in the morning. Catch you later.